So the latest Monster Hunter movie trailers have just been revealed, and I thought I'd go ahead and just check out some of the references that they've made to the video game with regards to this movie. I mean, after all, it is a Monster Hunter movie. They are gonna make those references to the video games, but some of these references might be quite vague if you've only played something like, let's say, Monster Hunter World. So let's go ahead and quickly check it out. Hey everyone, Pinoy X here once again, back with another Monster Hunter video. So today's video, we're gonna break down a number of elements for the Monster Hunter movie trailer and just do a direct comparison or reference to what we have seen in the video games as of right now. Now, the main reason I'm doing this is mostly because of the fact that even though the Monster Hunter movie does seem to focus more on characters based on the New World, so we got to see the Handler, we got to see Tony Jaa as the field team leader, so on and so forth, there are gonna be a number of elements here that are based on previous Monster Hunter games as well that you might not be familiar with if you've only started with Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. So we're gonna go through the major elements that I found to be very interesting here and just give you an idea as to what these could potentially be referencing in regards to the movie when comparing it to the video game. Now, I'm not going to be doing Diablos and Rathalos because those two are obvious, but the first monster that we are going to look into are these spider monster-like creatures that we got to see during the trailer. So let's go ahead and quickly take a look at that first and foremost. So there was a moment in the trailer where the soldiers were essentially surrounded by a number of arachnid-like monsters, but the details of the monsters' features were actually obscured by the shadow. However, having said that, there was actually a moment beforehand where this creature actually burst out of nowhere and we actually got to see a good number of detail of this particular monster. Now, at first glance, people might think that this is none other than the Tamnocharan creature, which is the Nursela. However, the Nursela features are actually quite different to what we see on the monster in the movie. There are some similarity features when it comes to these two creatures. For example, the crystals on their back. This is basically one of the defining features of Nursela. But at the same time, if we take a look at the eye alignment between the two monsters as well as the jaw, you can really see that there is a difference between the Nursela and whatever this creature may be. This could be a Nursela or it could be a creature from, let's say, Monster Hunter Rise, the new Tamnocharan monster that we got to see during that Monster Hunter Rise trailer. So who knows what this creature is at this moment in time? No one truly knows. It could be something completely new as well. Now, alongside the Nursela-like monster, there was another creature that we got introduced to in the movie that a lot of you fans of Monster Hunter 4 and 4 Ultimate would be really happy to see in the movie. This is none other than Gormagala, and the preview of Gormagala was actually quite prominent here because they showed us quite an awesome looking Gormagala here, and I gotta say they did an amazing job with Gormagala in the movie in terms of its overall visuals. So Gormagala definitely got quite a bit of a representation in this movie in my opinion. Not sure how it's gonna fit in the narrative of the movie, but this was definitely interesting to see for the Monster Hunter movie. Now, alongside the two monsters that were newly revealed for the trailer, there was also the Apsaros that were more prominent in these trailers as well. We got to see them in their natural environments, and there was also a moment where a stampede of Apsaros was just happening and they were falling to their doom on a cliff, which was a little bit dark in my opinion. Now, for the most part, those are the creatures that we have seen so far alongside the Rathalos and Diablos, so that's 5 monsters revealed for the movie. The spider monster that could be Nursela, we got Gormagala, we got the Apsaros, Diablos, and Rathalos. So those are the 5 creatures confirmed to be coming up in the Monster Hunter movie. Now, alongside the 5 aforementioned monsters that we got to see in the trailer, there could possibly be a secret 6 monster that they were teasing but never actually got to show at the very end in one of the trailers. During one of the trailers, we got to see a ship being sailed in the Great Desert, and this could possibly referencing one of the 2 elder dragons that are gigantic in size that live in the Great Desert. This could either be Jean Moran or it could be Darren Moran. Now, I personally think it's Darren Moran because they're referencing mostly 4th generation generation monsters here that we got to see in the series. They already did Gormagala. It would make a lot more sense to go with Darren Moran rather than a 3rd generation monster in order to keep that consistency. So that could be another monster that we get to see in the Monster Hunter movie, but this one is mostly speculation based on the ship that we got to see during one of the trailers. So yeah, we could have 6 monsters in total so far, potentially confirmed in the Monster Hunter movie. So the final part of the movie I want to go through very quickly is one that could potentially cover the lore behind the ancient civilization and their technology. As we go through the movie, they basically get isekai'd into the world of Monster Hunter via this gigantic portal in the form of a sandstorm. And as we can see, there was actually a tower revealed that could be opening up these portals. Now this tower could be referencing 2 locations in the Monster Hunter series. The tower that we see in mainline Monster Hunter games, but this one is considered to be derelict and there's no functioning technology in it. The other location that we could be looking into that is based on ancient civilization technology that still works according to the Monster Hunter series is none other than the Sky Corridor in Monster Hunter Frontier. So this one is a little bit more closer to home with regards to the reference in the movie, because if we could take a look at the concept art of the Sky Corridor and we take a look at this tower, you can pretty much see that there is a close resemblance between the 2 locations here. So it is a possibility that technology in the Sky Corridor is still working properly and it's causing a link between the world of Monster Hunter and real life Earth to start happening. So this could mean that the ancient civilization technology was so advanced back in the day that they were able to travel between dimensions. Yes, it's a little bit too fantasy based at this point now, especially for a game that's usually going through these creatures as if they were creatures in real life, but this is essentially what's happening in the Monster Hunter movie, and it could be the main answer as to why they basically get isekai'd into the world of Monster Hunter. And that is pretty much it for this video, taking a look at the elements of the trailer that are not so obvious for anyone out there who may have just started out with Monster Hunter World and Iceborne and comparing them to the aspects of previous Monster Hunter games as well. Hopefully you found this video interesting and it gives you a little bit more of an interest with the Monster Hunter movie. Whether or not it's gonna be a good movie or not, that remains to be seen, but for the most part, what do you think of the trailer so far for the Monster Hunter movie? Let us know in the comments below if the Monster Hunter movie trailers have convinced you into going into the cinema or watching it in any other means in order for you to see a Monster Hunter movie for yourself. Now with all of that being said, if you enjoyed these videos, please consider leaving a like on the video itself and subscribing to the channel as well as hitting that bell icon so you can go ahead and catch up on any future Monster Hunter content that I might be doing or any other games that I might be playing in future. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this video, thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Onward and upward.